Woohoo! Back again. Back again.
Yep.
We ain't got no audience. Where the audience at? We ain't got no audience this week. Everybody in the bathroom? Man, ladies and gentlemen, man, all the audience went to the bathroom, all of them at the same time, man. They ignorant as hell, man. But it's cool though. They'll be back. I mean, right now, it's always something good out the vault, something good, man. We're gonna go ahead and get into this American Pie trilogy.
Yeah.
You know, it, oh man, I don't even know where to begin at, man. But we was just having a heated debate before, we had to start recording because we was trying to figure out, as far as which ones is we gonna discuss. I mean, we done probably seen them all. I got a feeling I did, except for all the little offsprings, but we was trying to decide which ones, because to us, we only count, the ones with the whole gang in it.
Right. We only count, not to sound like assholes to none of the actors in any of the other American Pie franchise movies, but technically we're only counting and focusing on American Pie 1, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and American Reunion. You know what I'm saying? Like the Beta Houses and the American Pie, Nick and Miles and all those were funny as shit too. But it's just not a classic for me. Like it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But tonight is about the first American Pie, where it all started from, with Jim, Finch, you know what I'm saying, Stifler, Striker.
Hey, car chick. Oh man. And the great, like, the thing about American Pie, right? This is the beautiful thing about this movie that a lot of people fight. Most times when you do legendary franchises like American Pie, and then you put all them fillers inside of it, they still came back and made two bangers afterwards.
Yeah.
That's that. I don't even think that ever been done in comedy, bro. I don't think. When they start watching all the no name, series of the movie never come back. These niggas still came out with another two bangers. And I really think, to me, the best ones was American Wedding and American Reunion. I think they're my best two. I still mess with two. American Pie 2 still will go down there in history to me. But when they started it off, like, the thing is, dog, the nigga said, he said our penises will be no longer flaccid and unused.
Yo, American Pie go down. Wait, American Pie is responsible for the term MILF.
Yeah.
MILF came from American Pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little crime center mustache spot for y'all, man. Like, y'all didn't know that, man. The term MILF came from the movie American Pie.
It's like the more I talk about it, the worse.
And wait. But what make it crazy, the guy that said it, unbeknownst to all of us, later on became Harold of Harold and Kumar. Yeah. I wonder if his name was Harold in that movie.
I forgot.
Did they ever say his name was?
I remember the chick walked up to him on the deck and said his name. I really can't remember.
All right.
And then they definitely said his name again in American Wedding. Because remember when he pulled up on Jim? I don't remember what they said his name was. Because they actually went where the other guy at? He didn't even have his name. Where's the other guy?
Right.
I haven't seen him in quite some time.
It makes sense.
Then when he popped back up, they cried together. MILF. Yo.
The times.
Yo, dog, when he pissed on this nigga and said, "Oh yeah, babe, the stiff mice." That's part one.
That's part two.
I'm sorry.
That's part two.
I'm sorry.
You're on part one, man. Part one is where it all starts, man. And for people who are watching this show, we don't know who's watching this show, but if you're a young person out there and you're watching this show, pussy does not feel like apple pie, bro. Like I don't know what made them use that comparison. Like,
That's
don't go in there damaging baked goods. Don't go.
first off, right? Main man with the pot, you know. Shout out to you, man. You just was on some Law and Order shit last season. You know, you cover he pop off stuff like that. But yeah, but the way they did you and Jay and Silent Bob,
Yeah.
yo, you better hope don't no young character see that movie before they get on anything you done, bro. Cause they gonna be like, I ain't fucking with it, man. Jay and Silent Bob did that boy dirty in that joint, which probably most likely, by the way, we'll probably be doing Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back in the near future. But the way they did that for that
That was in
movie,
clips though.
no, that was Jay and
Oh
Silent
no,
Bob
that
Strike
wasn't James
Back.
Wait. Oh yeah, all right.
They did him dirty in the joint, and like dog, it's like the way Jim
Sorry, y'all.
played.
I was thinking about pickle fucker. I'm sorry, y'all.
Not Larry the Cable Guy, but dog, look, the
Yeah.
way they played Jim in this movie. I don't know, Jim. I feel like that shit stuck with you all the way through because you always did have like the weird roles at the American Pie. After
Mm-hmm.
you smash that pie, wasn't shit the same again. You ain't even notice, man. You start cutting on first sight and everything. Man, that pie fucked him up, bro.
Yeah. He burnt his piece out with that pie.
He said it's cool because Kevin shouldn't have made that speech, man. He was tired of his penis going flaccid and unused.
That nigga fizzled out his firecracker, dog.
Then you know another part that always like kind of fucked me up. Remember when he gave a nigga Finch the lashes to dog? If any nigga remember, yo,
That's why he
taking the
became
shit. Like you remember how legendary, the most legendary no in the world about taking a shit at school, nigga. You know how many
what,
times I
bro?
lied and said I had to go to the nurse office and my stomach was hurting, nigga. You wouldn't take no shit in the public bathroom. Niggas out there wet the toilet paper and throwing shit over the top. I'm like, you could tell that was white people's school. That's why he was able to go on that job. Then with the way he set him up to see with the girls' bathroom, that definitely was classic, man.
Yeah.
That was definitely classic, dog. And that brings me into my fucking boy, yo. The legend, the myth, the great Stifler. Pause.
Stiffmeister.
What can I say about Sean William Penn that
Sean William Scott. Who the fuck is Sean William Penn? Sean Penn is the motherfucker with the big nose from I Am
yeah,
Sam.
nah, I am saying. Well, yeah, this man, it's like with
No
him.
Bad Boys. He's from the original Bad Boys movie, not with Martin and Will Smith. The throwback movie called Bad Boys when they was locked up. Him and the Rican boy from La Bamba.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with all
But yeah,
like two people in this movie that I can say, dog. Like when I say they overacted in this movie, I would have to say Jim and Stifler, dog. They was the main two characters, dog, that kind of carried the whole franchise, dog. Between Jim and his antics and the shit that come out of Bull mouth, that's the
mm-hmm.
whole movie.
Yeah.
That's the whole entire movie, dog. That's the
Remember
whole.
when the boy that he played rugby with was trying to join the choir, and she was like, "What the fuck are you doing here, bro?" Like, he couldn't believe it. Like,
See, every time you say something, I think you lucky I caught myself. I'm about to go back to a part two movie, dog, because
wow,
it's
bro. And see, that's what I'm saying, man. Like,
I know we gonna wait. We gonna wait because that's my most anticipated one.
You gotta wait.
It's the most
Part one, but
anticipated
see,
one,
that's what
man.
I'm saying. Part one was the start of it all, though, because it was just like the shit that they were saying to each other and all that, and like some of the little quirky stuff that was happening. It was like we was like, what the hell is this? I remember when it first came out, you was like, bro, you gotta come up to Chauncey's crib, bro, and watch fucking American Pie with us tonight, bro. Like you gotta see that joint. I was like, what the fuck is that? Bro, you gotta see it. You gotta see that movie, bro. It's crazy. You gotta see that joint. I went up there and watched it. I was like, yo, what the hell is this, yo? Like, and it just didn't stop there. It's like American Pie spawned off like a span of other crazy ass fucking movies such as like Miss March and Sex Drive and all those type of crazy ass movies, man, like Old School and your Pineapple Express. I feel like American Pie was like kind of like the start of it. Like, granted, it might have been movies prior to that, but I really feel like that was the one. American Pie was the one, like as far as like with
Yeah.
the language and
See,
everything. Like,
for me, it was my reboot because I know, like the times where like the DVD players was coming in. That's when I was really, really into like a lot of like the gangster documentaries, the Rayful Edmonds and all that shit. Paid in Full was still popping on VHS. So American Pie kind of was like one of them joints where that tape came to circulation, and I was like, man, they talking about the bull fuck the pie. Let me watch this bullshit, man. That shit had me dying. And that was like, to be honest, to me, that was my reintroduction back into comedy because everything I was watching before American Pie was either some street story, some gangster shit, or it was
also,
always something
I'm
different.
about to put them up on game. I'm about to put them up on game because also this is 50 years of hip hop, y'all. What y'all probably didn't know about American Pie is that's where the song came from. Pound Town, because he took that pie to Pound Town, nigga. Like,
He does, he did, he mangled the shit out of that pie. That nigga,
that's
that
where the
joint,
song came from, yo.
no, that joint look twisted. I'm like, how he twist.
He turned the pie into pound cake, and then they called it Pound Town, bro. Like I'm telling y'all, yo, it's in the credits. The song plays in the credits. You know what I'm saying? Like she
They
been out
pulled
there.
it. It did like, no, the webcam joint was crazy too.
Bro, first off, he had a badass chick about to undress in his room. This nigga run down the street to his man crib to watch her get undressed on the camera. Like, nigga, she in your room. What are you leaving for? What are you?
Nigga,
This nigga hauled ass down the street to go watch her undress, bro. Like, you could have just watched.
bro,
Could have watched it live, nigga, in person.
I'm trying to figure out he was on this Black Band joint. Like every time he get it, he splat. I'm like,
Oh, that
oh
nigga,
no, now he is splat, dude.
that nigga was in there beating his feet, and his pop took the pillow off his lap, and they had the sock over his joint. Yeah, yo, bro, what was
Yo,
wrong with Jim? Yo,
no, he
take
could
care of
have.
that movie.
Yeah,
That shit in the theaters, bro.
yo, he could have had athlete's foot on his dick. Jim was a savage.
Athlete's dick, yo.
Yo, he was trying to get a runner's piece. That's what he was doing. He thought he was working out. Yo, that's crazy, yo. That's why I say, man. It did like remember back in the day, though, like people forget why a lot of these movie songs be legendary. These movie songs be legendary, bro, because you remember back in the DVD era when the movie go off and the credits go off, we just go back to that home screen and just play the intro song for hours. Yo, that joint used to be crazy,
You
yo.
fall asleep. You fall asleep. That should be playing in your dreams, bro. Like you be like, yo, I had this crazy ass dream, bro. I was at this rock and roll concert. Me and my homie Stifler and shit. Then we go pick up my man Jim. He in there fucking the pod. We like, oh no, nigga, you gotta stay home. You got apples and shit all over your throat. Like, no, like, yo.
It's 1999, nigga. You freak ass pie smashes. 1999, nigga. You want to learn pie smash shit, man? What was
Where the
crazy?
phrase poontang pie came from.
Yo,
The
man.
rock was talking about.
Damn, I really can't believe that joint came out in 1999.
I could believe it.
Oh, I can't forget about my other favorite person. His pop, though. His pop was the best, though.
I thought you was about to say the Shermanator.
No, no. I'm gonna say the Shermanator for the second one.
I'm a sophisticated nerd sent back in the time.
Can't wait till the second one. How the fuck did you? Sherman, who the fuck invited you? They did him dirty in that joke. He definitely got that dirty. I don't even want to think about the Shermanator, bro. The way they did him, yo. Like they really like that. But the pop played his part though. And see the
Yeah,
thing about old head too. See, like the pop, that
Eugene
nigga,
Levy.
yo, he's a super vet. I remember
Yeah,
I used to watch this movie as a kid. I really think it was called Another Stakeout, but he was a cop, and I remember he was staking out. He was doing something part of the case when he went to a gym to go do this part, but the boy at the gym he pissed him off, and it ended up being Zeus Lister. And I remember he was chasing. This is a movie back in the '80s, though. He been around for. He did a lot. I remember he used to be in all the stuff I was in as a kid. Majority of the movies I used to watch younger, he was in because he always was either a cop or the weird dude or he was somebody pop. But he been around for a long time. But then actually, if I'm correct, his daughter ended up being a successful actor too. I don't remember her name, but she ended up being successful. She ended up acting also. Oh yeah.
I was unaware of that. I didn't know he had a daughter that was an actress as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm correct that because I think she did something like to the point where I think it's a big movie. Hold up. But yeah, you know his name. Go ahead and check it out, man. Check it out. Check it out. But even with shit, Jill mom was funny as shit too. But she had like everybody had their parts of this job. But like I said, this the first one. I like this is one of those movies to where I can really say that I'm glad that they gave us a chance to love it because the first one was actually the worst one. They all were funny to me, but the first one was the driest one. So when they actually came out with part two, I feel that was a gift because very rarely will they give you a part two or some shit broke. There's some shit that'll come out and die. Like a few
Right.
of the other movies, like you've seen us do, like Sex Drive. Sex Drive could have had a part two. That joint was fucking hilarious. Miss March
Well,
could have
yes,
had a part two. Hilarious.
got a few she got a few acting credits underneath her belt, and she was also in the movie um Cheaper by the Dozen too with her father. So okay, that's cool.
See what I'm saying? And see, that's another thing about Bull. He a heavy hitter, dog. He tied to a lot of big franchises. Remember Cheaper by the Dozen? That shit was a major movie back
Yeah, I remember he was in that. He was in a lot of movies, bro. He was in also what was that Bringing Down the House with Queen Latifah. He was in The Man with Samuel L. Jackson. Yo, I already know, bro. I already know. I
then.
know.
You got some work in because that's why I say. And then I tell you somebody else who a lot of people I probably think don't got a lot of work in. Stifler mom.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I remember she most recently. I remember the last thing I seen her on was one a show that I used to fuck with heavy. I know a lot of y'all probably like that joint. Two Broke
Two
Girls.
Broke Girls.
Hell yeah.
And you know what made me watch it? Stan.
Yeah, yep, yep.
Stan. That's the only thing that had me watching that joint. I said,
You didn't
nah,
watch,
Stan.
you didn't watch it for Carolyn and Max, right? You watched it because of Stan. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right.
Who played in Thor? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Which one of them played in Thor? All
Think of
right.
this.
Not the
Think,
one that's on the neighborhood. The other one.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about Max, the one with the dark hair. Talking about Max. Cat Dennings.
They're turning a Reginald thing. Man. But they definitely they definitely got some they definitely had some offense in this joke, man, because it's like even some of the people, like that's another thing about a lot of actors. I like them from this, no disrespect or anything, but the vast majority made a big, you know, splash after this movie. Like
Hell
one
yeah.
person, I got a lot of
They all had jobs after this. They all had jobs after that.
that. The only one person that I would crucify in these movies, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say that to the second one for you, because like I said, one of these actors in particular had a very successful career that they fucked up.
Female?
Yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna say your name, sweetie. I ain't getting away with it. Tara Reid,
I already know that's what she was about to say. Yep, yeah.
totally. Cause see, like now it's like see now it's easy. Cause back then, nobody really paid. We didn't know y'all lives. All we knew was what we seen and whatever that made it to the tabloids. But they said Tara Reid was out of control. And they said like she was like Hollywood sweetheart, but refused to be Hollywood sweetheart. She just wanted to be a
Fucking thug.
drunken boozer. Like that's why I say too, but in some of y'all defense, and I was gonna say this little spill for another show that kind of went with, but it probably is the case in this situation. This is the reason why I try not to joke too hard on y'all actors and entertainers, because I know it's a stressful life. I know it's hard, and everybody
You got the
stuff
world
like
saying
that.
shit. You got the world saying shit about you, and sometimes the shit might not even be true, bro. When everybody's saying it seems as though it's true. If you got all these tabloids saying, "Oh yeah, this, that, and the third," and then other people picking up that story and then running with it too and making their own spin on it, and you know what I'm saying, adding their own narrative to the shit and all that or whatever, then making memes and jokes about it and all that shit. That shit do become painful for them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
one thing that I noticed from like a lot of them,
They regular people at the end of the day, man.
yeah, then that's my thing. Like, in Hollywood, and not even Hollywood, just anywhere in general, people don't take mental health seriously. And then we look them as the outsiders, we don't really think that, you know, this person is famous. This is a person. It's a
All right.
famous person, not a famous object.
But you know what's
And
crazy? It's a lot of people that don't have compassion for people just because they're famous. And I look at that as hate. But they look at it as though like, oh, well, they famous. I don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about me. They ain't going on for me. And bro, at the end of the day, that's a human.
yeah, at the end of the day, that is a big part.
Motherfuckers, but
That,
man, that nigga, he got millions of dollars. Why the fuck I give a fuck about him? Like that's a human, bro. That's why it's called compassion. Like,
It's still somebody. It's still somebody. 'Cause I mean, I guarantee you she was going through something. I mean, back in the late 90s, early thousands, it wasn't really like people was running around like, hey, I got mental health issues. How you doing? Like, they
and
was
then
more
even now,
like,
I'm not really gonna say it.
yeah, not at all. I don't want that. Say that shit all the time. Definitely, some people don't understand saying how you feel is also a form of being strong too. It ain't nothing that-
But we ain't gonna get too deep on them, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is about a pie fucker here. That's what we talking about. We
Pickle fucking power fuckers.
awesome.
Why y'all always fucking something out the ordinary?
Right.
At least in our movie, and we hit Boston.
Mhm.
It's like y'all hit pies, pickles, people, animals. Just get real adventurous on this man. Real adventurous. But
Mm-mm.
I still want to know how he twisted the
Ah,
pie up though.
fuck that. Marlon let that dog eat his butt in that haunted house movie. He took it too far.
Listen, he drawing that jump, man.
That nigga was smacking the fucking dog and everything. Yeah,
You know, he definitely drawing that joint. That's my shit too. That joint definitely funny as shit, man. That shit
yo,
definitely had me tripping.
Marlon Wayne is a fucking fool, bro. Oh my god. Yo, why would he do that dog like that, bro?
He definitely did. Yo, he mangled this. Oh, he tried to burn it up. Oh man.
Yo, oh man, wait till we get to that series, man, and just
And
the,
they
the
got
stuff.
two of them, so definitely. See, my thing is, I can't wait till we get to. I mean, you got a couple of joints, man.
Listen, y'all,
Look,
this
I'm ready
chronic
to give
series,
y'all. I'm ready to give y'all a surprise episode next.
this
I'm
chronic
ready to give y'all a surprise
series.
episode because I got one I just seen the other day, and that joint fresh, and I know he remember every part of this joint.
Yo,
I
yeah,
mean,
we
y'all might get a surprise episode. We gotta see how this one finish up. I mean, we is pretty much complete on American Pie. I mean, they went to the prom. It ain't gonna start spicing up the part two. Part two when it start getting good, they didn't really do that much in part one. That's why I still say I'm surprised that I'm glad that the studio gave this movie another chance to be a part two. Because
it
part
has,
one,
bro, because when you really go back, but if you go back and watch it, it's gonna be way more parts that we're naming right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we might have just watched it recently, but I'm talking about had we just watched it like just like recently, like right before we shot the pilot, just you know what I mean? Right before we shot
it's
the
the
pilot,
American Pie
we
one.
would have a different take on it. You know what I'm saying? Like we would be naming more, possibly more scenes though. But I get what you're saying though. It wasn't, and that's the thing though. It was like every movie topped the last one. So that's why it
But
seems as
see,
the first one is trash. It's the first one is not trash.
exactly. But that
Because
a
they just
lot of movies,
we would have still labeled it a classic. We'd still been like, yo, American Pie fucking classic.
yeah. But think about it too. Sex Drive a classic, Miss March a classic, but it's only one. They didn't give them no part twos. See, American Pie was kind of like honestly, it came out in '99. '99 was before the whole showing your ass and doing little homo weird shit. Like that comedy didn't come in yet. It was still early. So American Pies would tested the water to know that they can go raunchier with comedy. That's why the first one was kind of like on some old borderline PG-13 outside of the other little adult stuff that was going on. It was kind of real dry, cut straight to the point. Now, when
Right.
two came along, and I wondered, did they do it that way because these were high school kids? Now, when the next year came around, when they went to the beach, that's when everything got crazy. So maybe that's the way that they wrote it. I don't know. But normally, from the past, other people dry ass first movies did not get a second one.
You can't do but so much if it's set in a high school scene, a high school setting. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't, but like
Don't say that. High School High.
yeah.
Which is another classic, ladies and gentlemen. If you ain't ever see that, check it out. I definitely got to give my man probably like three. He gonna have like 3 movies up here at least. What's his name? John Rittner. That his name?
No,
What's his name?
John
I know.
Ritter. John
Right.
Ritter. He passed away. The guy you that's the guy. That's the dad from
You talk about my man from Three's Company. That's I think who John Ritter is.
yeah,
Jack from Three's Company.
that's who you talking about, nigga. Yeah. But
I think his name's something like that too.
it's John Lovitz or some shit like
There we
that.
go. There we go. It is John Lovitz. Yeah, my man will have a couple movies up here too. He got a couple
Yeah,
classics.
he was
I
in
like
what was my shit that he was in? The boxing joint.
The Great White Hype.
Yeah. Yo, I'm telling y'all, yo, like we gonna give y'all a lot of dope ass episodes, man. I'm telling y'all, like this shit, chronic cinema shit is gonna be forever, man. Also, we got nobody's listening, man. Y'all got to tap into that too. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, man. They gonna start getting advertised and stuff like that. We ain't got to do. We gonna let y'all know at the beginning and end. We gonna get them advertisements so y'all know it is real. Y'all looking at it the whole time. Y'all gonna be, oh, what's this? Check
Yeah,
this out.
I had to go fly overseas and go slap up our vendor, but the merch is on its way. You know what I'm saying? Merch is on its way. I had to go slap up some vendors, but yeah, it's on the way.
Yeah, that's why I say for me, I can't really wait, to get to the next one. Cause like I said, this one was pretty clear cut. They kept the laughs. They had a lot of more serious parts and shit like that. Like my part is where remember when the chick thought that he was over there talking about smashing her? She was salty as shit. When he was over there all having a little lacrosse ball and Stifler was in like, oh, call me daddy. Yo, he was a fucking, he just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then once he
Yo,
played 5, she was tight. She was tight.
yo,
Fire chick?
yo, remember at the end of the joint, it's like when he caught him, he was like, Mom, shit break.
He was like, oh, hey, Stifler. Like they was in class. Like, oh, hey, Stifler. What are you doing here?
He just faded. He's now fucking. Yo, that nigga Jim said, she made me her bitch. He's like, what?
He was cool with it, though.
He really was, man.
He was like, fuck it.
Yo, he really was. Joe was weird. I'm sorry, bro. You played weird too good, bro.
She siding with her fucking flute. Like he was Hassan Campbell.
He did enjoy it because he went back looking for it. He really enjoyed that, man. He definitely really enjoyed that, man. But
Hassan Campbell. Well, Jim.
yeah, man, Jim, I guess. They said Jim did that scene a couple times, but fuck it.
That's what it was inspired by. He did it for hip hop. He went to school with Hassan Campbell. And Hassan Campbell had told him the story. So they was like, how can we incorporate music without putting it on a celebrity? So fuck it, we'll just use an instrument. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know they
Also,
use.
man, shout out to your other actors too. I'm sorry, Chris Osterreicher, you didn't really do a lot. and as far as you, Kevin, you just ate some box. I don't know if you doing
Hmm?
that much. Do for shit, you ate some box, and that's about it. The main characters that really gave comedy relief, I'm sorry, was Gentleman and Stifler. I mean, like I
No.
said, Finch had his pieces. The Pop definitely had his pieces. Like when they left out there room dancing at the airways on the jaw. He was like, fuck it. He don't know no nigga. I'm hype.
The boy that played Oz Striker, he did all those American Pies. He did a movie called Just Friends. He did Sweet Magnolias in 2020. You know, he did We Were Soldiers. He did Rollerball. He did Street Fighter. He did Benchwarmers 2, Long Weekend, The Competition, Day Zero, Caught in the Crossfire with 50 Cent. Um, did a lot of movies.
Bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't seen it. I want to see names and stuff like
Whoa.
that. Did I see it? Bitch, I didn't even know they had a part two to Bitch.
So, 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 there's talks of an American Pie 5 with the original cast that I'm looking at right now. And this was May 22nd, 2023.
They're not. You know
Look,
what make it weird?
I was like, because I was trying to figure out what movie this was, and I was like, I never saw that cover before. Like, what the hell is that? All right, see, yeah, oh, so I guess they're going, boom. Mm, I don't know, bro. I'm not sure if you can really see that. Type in American Pie 5 and then pull up the images. These look like new pictures of them. Like these aren't like old pictures from previous movies. We might have breaking news here, guys. There could be an American Pie 5. Also, another little chronic cinema stash spot for you guys. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't even know if you know this, bro.
No,
But
American Pie 5, American Pie Reunion is considered as American Pie 5.
well, they're going to come up with another one. Just look it up. I'm about to send it to you. Also, there's a movie called American Pie Revealed. That's the complete story of all three American Pies, like the first three. Not sure if you know about that one. That one came out in '04. You guys might want to go check that out.
I might check that out. See, guys.
Huh?
Check that out. See, if y'all people must know, that nigga lived around the corner from a movie stop. So he used to get all the weirdest shit that I don't know, Like I used to go over there, nigga used to have
Yeah, I think, yo, bro, you know, I used to have all the movies. I still got all the movies, bro.
American Pie 5 talks are happening and they have a great idea.
Yeah, you see it?
Yo, that's crazy. But see, the only thing about it though, I definitely see. I can see it, but this is not. This is one thing about these movies too. It can keep. All they have to do is put that that original cast back together, and they could keep doing it again, just like Fast and Furious. Because American
Mhm.
Pie got its own, it got its own Pacific funny, and like even like they got smarter, throughout the franchise, and they did things different ways. I see why, because we all know who were the main stars of the franchise, and they was the ones that carried, did the most thing, which is who we talking about the most. Jim, Stifler. I mean, they kind of, you see if you peep, they kind of forced Finch into the mix, but it was really a Stifler and Jim movie all the way through. Then they started giving us a little bit more people,
No,
you
because
know.
Jim Girl had a lot of funny parts too.
Remember the first one? She went really all heavy in the first one. Like
Yeah, yeah.
she came around a little later. Only person that had a girlfriend was Kevin. So the rest of them was just running around free balling on shit. And then remember, Fence was trying to run around. Remember, he paid the Joan a lot.
Right, right.
Yeah, he just running around talking about Paul Finch beat me up. He said, Paul Finch beat me up. He said, when did this happen? I don't know. She just was at
Mhm.
lunch lying for this nigga. I said, yo, Finch crazy. But even like I said, them little people like that, it still was a great movie. I mean, like I said, even with the drive parts and stuff like that, you know, but by the time that they got to the dance, you pretty much say the movie was over. Everything after that was pretty much just, little bullshit. Then they wake up in the morning and they had dog ears talking about. Like, is that really even? Can you look that up for me? Is that really a real story? They
I'm
always
sure it's
went
not.
there afterwards. Also, where was this movie based out of? Too? Well, and they said Ann Arbor, Michigan, right? 9 times out of 10, no movies that be a real place. But I think American Pie was based out of Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Um, See, they got two different places. What was that? That was the hot dog spot that they was going to?
Yeah, dog ears.
Yeah, they said it's referred to as dog years is based on East Grand Rapids, with the restaurant that they have there called Yester Dog. And that's why it's called East Great Falls where they're at.
East Great Falls.
Right. Which is a made up place. But it's based off of East Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah, so yeah, it was based in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Like I said, yeah, man. It's definitely one of my special ones. I definitely thank these cats for this movie because, like I said, it reinserted me back into like the funny, the out of the box funny. And I mean, shoot, man, we had an old head that literally watched this movie every day. So it's like I watched this joint so many times of that joint, man. That's why I haven't watched it. But all I gotta do is talk about it, and I just remember parts. That's how many times we did watch that joint.
It's no longer there though, guys. So if you go to Grand Rapids, Michigan, and you're looking for Yester Dog, you're not going to find it. It's now an Italian restaurant called
Sweet,
Cafe
sweet.
Opera.
They got some bullshit now. I'll tell you that name don't even sound right. I don't even go there.
But if you go back there and talk to one of the cooks, they will stick a flute up your ass for like some sort of like scene from out of the movie if that's what you're into. I don't know. That's what they got on the menu. That's what it says. Like they'll stick a flute up your ass. Like
Oh,
I'm not going to
but
Michigan. I don't have any plans on going there, so I don't plan on checking that place out. I'll take their word for
yeah,
it.
no.
I don't need to go
Hey,
there.
hey, man, you know what it is, man. But as always, folks,
It's been
we gonna
great.
get
Been a real
yeah,
one.
We gonna get ready for this highly anticipated episode with part 2. Like I got 2 movies. I really want to sneak one in because I know he could probably do this movie on the fly. I really want to sneak something in for y'all, but we gonna see it to we wrap this up. How my man feeling? Because I really want to throw y'all a curveball in there. But my
We'll
thing
see what he's
is,
talking about. I
see,
don't know.
see,
I don't
see,
know.
my thing with this curveball, right? We gonna have to do. We gonna have to like give y'all American Pie 1, and then this curveball. Then we gonna have to give you American Pie 2, and then this curveball. Because the curveball got like 2 good episodes. I don't even really care about two parts to this. But we gonna see though. We might save them though. We might save them. Cause see, I'm trying to work on giving y'all a double episode one time. Definitely, that'll be good. Y'all get a double episode.
If we give
That
them a
is
double episode, I gotta change clothes in the middle of the episode because now that's 2 episodes, bro. I'm not wearing the same thing for 2 episodes. Like,
well, y'all hear that's his meteorological assessments. But you know, it's a good thought. Definitely a good thought. Get y'all a double episode. Cause see, show like these ones is the ones where I feel, you know, like I said, movies like this one, like I said, it's a part 1. So it's kind of hard to really dig into it and dissect parts because it wasn't really a lot of parts in this joint. Now from 2 on, oh yeah, they got greasy in part 2. And they kept it going all the way through to the end. And like I was saying in the beginning, the thing about American Pie that make it so special to me is you do not see a franchise have 2 blockbuster movies and then a bunch of no-name fillers and then come back with 2 more bangers after all the jumps. See, there was one other franchise that did it, but they still didn't do it like American Pie. I don't know if y'all know about our very first episode, Vacation. Vacation was based off the movie National Lampoons, which y'all know originally came out in the 80s with Chevy Chase. But then they had a whole goddamn fun. They must have sold that joint to a local studio and they went wild with them Van Wilder joints. They was coming out every 6 months with them joints. But, and this is the thing I tell people, I complain about a lot, but it gives us gifts because Drew, who was Van Wilder? Who was the first Van Wilder in National Lampoons? Van Wilder.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So if it
Now,
wasn't for movies
now,
like that,
now, do you know who that was based off of? Who the real life Van Wilder is?
Zach Morris.
No.
Ooh,
You ever hear of the comedian by the name of Bert Kreischer?
why did name sound familiar?
All his stand-ups, for the most part, he'll never wear no fucking shirt. White boy with a beard, fat, well, chubby, whatever the fuck he is. You know, I ain't gonna say he's fat like he's big as shit. He's not humongous.
Hey, that name sound familiar. I gotta look him.
You have internet access in front of you. You can look up what the man looks like, bro.
Out here just got people, man. I got this down on my notepad, man.
Like, come on, man. Like, what's up with this guy, man? Like, gotta do
But like,
everything.
see,
Like,
even
damn.
with that one, it's like they had to let that franchise lie dormant for so long before they came back with the movie Vacation. But American Pie, they gave like y'all think I'm capping. It's literally like 9 offspring Jones to this movie, yo. Probably more than that. They made like 9, 10. They was going ham every year. Beta House, Naked
Yeah,
Mile, American Pie Alpha. They was doing every year. They was coming out with a joint, but they still came back with the American wedding and that reunion and knocked it out the park, man. That's why I say it's like I say, man, cast chemistry. It says a lot, man. And even for a lot of people who out there in the world may have heard rumors, a lot of people said Stifler was hard to work with as an actor. I don't know how the fuck they put up with him to make them American Pies, dog, but them niggas looked awful happy on that screen. Every single one they had with him. But outside of that,
fuck
man,
spot fuckers.
yeah, he was fucking mad. He said, "Ooh, you the first girl you ever made with. My part." Jeff sucks
Mm.
donkey dick. Jeff,
You're going
yo,
too far.
man.
You gotta end this episode, man, because
I
he's
don't
going too
care,
far.
man. I don't care, man. He got him, man. You know,
Mhm.
no, no pussy, no dancey. God. Hey, we going side note, man. Just like, man, don't forget, man, to like, share, and subscribe, man. Any recommendations, man, y'all got? We ain't biased, man. I'll watch any movie, man.
Put it
Long
in the
as it ain't
comments.
nowhere and shit.
Put that shit
You
in the
know,
comments.
but check it
We
out.
ain't gonna we ain't gonna read it, but put it in the comments. And I'm
You
fucking with
know,
y'all. We love our fans, man. You know what I'm
you
saying? Even
know.
if y'all don't love it,
Always
we
how
love
I say once a month we'll give a user pick. We like to do once a week. You know, the more suggestions we'll get, you know, we'll go from there. But like I said, we can do any movie, man. Don't forget to check out the rest of the stuff on the platform too. Also go to the homepage. We also got the channels, you know, all the other channels shared on there.
it.
Check everything out. The
Yep.
apparel will be, let me see, what's this episode?
I
What
don't
episode
know.
is this? Hold on.
I'm not sure what episode it is, but what I can tell you is it'll be out by episode 20.
All right, this episode 17. Yeah, guys, this episode 17. So by episode 20, we'll definitely have the apparel up and rolling along with the website and some, you know, some new goodies, hopefully, man. Um, talk to my man. We might have, you know, a guest coming soon too. Cause I say by episode 25, we want to start definitely get us a guest on. But we working on some things for y'all, man. Just keep being patient with us, and we'll do the same. Also, I like to add, man, any of you guys out there with a podcast, you know, that's somewhere in the same space or even like that we doing. I mean, you also welcome to reach out to. I mean, people forget, man. Channel sharing is good, also. So, you know,
Right.
reach out. I'm definitely start checking some of these other people content out. I study a lot of podcasts and watch to get the content and the language from and stuff like that, but I prefer my own format. So really I just
Right.
watch to see how it go.
We ain't no
Things like
haters,
that.
man.
But I definitely
We'll put
watch a
your
lot
mom
of
on the kid,
podcasts.
bro.
I don't care if you know, and I watch podcasts with 352 subscriber pages. I watch podcasts with 57 subscribers on the page. Like I say, if it look good to me and I like it, you know, pause. I want to go ahead and see what it's about. So I mean, it's definitely about support, and that's why you know I force it all the time because I support all day long. I don't watch my own videos. I watch other people's videos, like, comment, all that stuff. So I mean, don't really cost nothing to like
We don't.
or share. You know, it's 100% free. But
And
as
comment.
always,
Let
we
us
going
know maybe some stuff we might have left out, some stuff y'all might know about it. You know what I'm saying?
man,
A
don't
few little
comment,
stats about the movie y'all might
man.
know about it. You know
Nigga,
what
if
I'm saying?
I left out anything, if y'all watching, I left out anything, I left it at your mom's house. But at the end of the day, you know, we gonna get with y'all in the next episode, man. But it's all fun, man. It's always fun, man. We definitely appreciate y'all and we enjoy doing what we do too.